Hello, good morning. Good morning, happy Saturday. Hope you're having a beautiful start to this day or continuation wherever you are, whatever time it is. For you, it's 9 a.m. For me in Southern California. This is Love Morning, a chance to connect with like-minded, open-hearted people. Be rejuvenated, be energized, remember who we are so we can be that in the world. We can spread those ripples in the world. And if you're here, I'd love it if you'd say hello, say good morning, let us know what you're grateful for. And I'd like to start with a song. And it goes a little like this. And if your name is Bartholomew, Ted, Randy, or Chris, I hope you gather round so we can share all the good stuff throughout the air. I hope you've got gratitude inside, and if you don't, well, let's take this ride. It's Love Morning. Love Morning is Love Morning. Good morning. Welcome to this Love Morning, and I am grateful that a friend that I've been really looking forward to coming to visit and actually stay to live with me, finally got here yesterday. And it was an artist from Spain, is his father. Good morning, Brent. And he's just been... He's been a part of my life for a while, but only recently physically joined my family. Do you want to come out and say hello? Come on out. Hey. Oh. 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 Wait. Oh, yeah. I don't think he knows what he's doing. Listen, we just met, yes. Well, in person, yes. And you got to give me a little patience. Give me a little chance to kind of understand this dynamic. Yes, of course. I am missing a basic food group. Well, I didn't even know you needed to eat. Of course I eat. What do you eat? Syrup. What else? Syrup and broccoli. Well, we're just getting to know each other. What was the other thing I was... so I'm still figuring out his voice and everything, but one thing I do know is I really want to get a shirt that says, I love fisting, and they can go and give fist bumps to people. Fist bump, fist bump. I love fisting. Fist bump, fist bump, fist bump. See, because I also have like a fist up inside me. Get it? Ha 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 ha. Good morning, Gerbot. Yeah, so I had this thing. I didn't mean that. Thing is okay. Thing is appropriate. Thing is my pronoun. Okay, well, I had this thing custom made for me by a gentleman overseas that I met through Etsy. Can I go now? Yes, you can go. Good morning, Kiri. Good morning, Gerbot. Good morning, Brent. And anyone who might join us, hello and happy Saturday. I've got a few exciting things I'm going to try to set up a photo booth at my house this weekend for some friends that are going to be hopefully visiting soon. And I'm excited for Monster to join me. So far, his name is Monster. I made a YouTube channel last night called The Asher Monster Show, and even made a theme song, and it's I had a lot of fun. So I hope I continue to have a lot of fun. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful that a dear friend who is planning to attend the weekend in January reached out to me yesterday and said, "Can we talk a little bit?" Because you talked at how the focus of this weekend is kind of shifting from just generic love ambassadors into this radical hope and timing it around the inauguration. And they were saying, look, I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to even hear the name of the new president mentioned. My nervous system can't handle it. And so if that's what this is going to be about, I'm going to have to pull back. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is so important for me to hear, because I don't want to hang out and talk about politics. And I recognize the tendency for conversations to slip into commiserating and doom forecasting. And I really want this weekend to not be that. And I kept coming back to that Ram Dass quote, but it's been paraphrased a lot lately. It's interesting. I used to quote it and it's quite long, but the paraphrasing of it is, whether it is the coming of Armageddon or utopia, my job is the same: to love people and reduce suffering in the world. And so that will be the objective, as always, of the weekend in January. And the path is the same, of inquiry and authenticity and radical self-expression and finding our gifts and sharing them with the world and figuring out what are the obstacles to doing that, and having a safe container and community to practice and to let go and release and observe and see and listen and just become more skilled at humaning. So thank you. Super grateful for my friend who let me know what came up for them as I was changing the wording around this gathering, and grateful that I was able to, for myself, get clear, like, oh, I don't want to spend a weekend in prepare to fight mode at all. And so we're going to be really cautious about that. We're going to have some agreements and set the container when we get together, and recognizing what is safe for us, what isn't, and how if we start to go into an area, how we might say, I'm going to sit this one out, or just a little, hey, this feels off topic. I think we're going to need to be doing that for our friends and for ourselves a lot moving forward, because it's this balance of not putting my head in the sand and not being Chicken Little. Somewhere in the middle of the ostrich to Chicken Little spectrum. And I think it is in a focus on being the best person we can be, being the most loving, being the most open to connection, the most kind, forgiving, patient, and generous to ourselves and to others. The mission is the same. Good morning, Leah. Gerbot is grateful for my dad, who's here helping me install some stair treads. Thanks, Dad. And hello, Dad. You got a good one. Well done raising that guy. Dawn says, good morning from cloudy Utah. Hello, Dawn. We got some nice, fluffy, beautiful clouds. It's kind of an ideal day. Not overcast, but a texture to the sky. Kiri says, I'm grateful for friends that communicate when things are not working in our dynamic together. I'm so grateful for conversations that illuminate shortcomings and provide clarity on what feels better for everyone. What a treasured and challenging role that can be, to communicate in loving ways things that are hard to hear. It's really hard, I think, to establish a relationship place, whether it's romantic or friendship or professional, where you're like, look, we both want to help each other grow, correct? Can we agree to that? And so can I share observations, thoughts that are not accusations? They're not telling you need to do this or that. It's a perspective that I don't think that you are aware of, that can help us to be closer, that can help you to be better. And can we value one another enough to welcome awkwardness or difficulty in the pursuit of deeper connection and more growth? Awesome. Good morning, Natasha. Natasha says, I am feeling all the gratitude for my little family as we are coming together, performing and creating new holiday traditions. Enjoying decorating a large new canvas here. Yay for new traditions! The Stin family is big on creating traditions as a kind of mosh up of different immigrant stories and letting go of pasts and shedding heritage. You know, we don't have a lot of long-standing traditions, and so we have created them and kind of taken things that our grandparents have done and turned those into traditions or began our own, like the Easter beer hunt. I love that. Hooray for your new canvas. Kiri is grateful for new brakes on the car. You got to stop sometimes. I'm grateful for my friend Tim. He has a cleaning company in San Diego, and the person that I remember I traded my old car for 10 cleaning sessions, and there's been some scheduling trouble, and I guess my old car broke down, and so she couldn't get here, and I really needed my place cleaned today, which, yes, I can clean my bathrooms if I have to, but I am grateful that I might not have to. Jesse! What a treat. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Jesse says, good morning from Berkeley. Grateful to live with my 76-year-old mom and my partner and my 1-year-old. I lived alone for many years, so being able to live with my multi-generational family is so special. What a depth of abundance that is so rare in the United States these days. You know, my dear friend Dimitri lives in a big kind of compound with his in-laws and his kids and a nanny, and so there's this multi-generational thing happening that is so awesome. His in-laws are great. And I was recently talking to a family where they, you know, the gifts of a grandparent are really unique. And having a child grow up with influence, not just from their parents. I mean, parents is, not everybody has that. To have parental influence and experiencing the wisdom, the air, the pace, everything of a grandparent or is such a, it's something that I don't think you can understand maybe until you are one of the elders yourself. But it is, what a gift to be exposed to that. So happy to hear that, Jesse. Natasha says, yes, I love the Easter beer hunt. I often think of that around holidays and thinking about traditions. Our family's had although I guess my nephews are now getting to be drinking age, but as I was not drinking and the kids were in this voodoo land, but I think the beer hunt will be back on track today. When I was helping my mom clean out her garage last month, there's a whole section of the garage that is beer hunt supplies. Good morning, Celeste. Celeste says, just a few days ago, we talked about me losing my job, and then I had unexpected appendix surgery. Whoa, I'm still grateful for all I have. Man, nothing like a big struggle to just reset your mind and your gratitude, and wow, so glad you're okay. Whew. Celeste continues, I'm grateful to have you during these trying times and to see your grandpa in the background. Thanks. Yeah, I'm really enjoying having grandpa's face and the love sign to kind of establish why are we here? Oh, right. Grandpa's ripples and embracing our love. Natasha sharing, my father-in-law is coming next week, and we are hoping he wants to stay. We got this house for multi-generational living. Oh, wow. That's so cool. I have yet to entertain the thought of living with my parents, but I do live close to them. And like I had lunch with my mom this week, and my parents are going to come over tomorrow. So having my parents in my life is important. And then Asher is going to be visiting this Christmas, and he'll get to see his grandparents again. But that's different than having them in his life. And when his grandmother on Asher's side was alive, they all lived together. And I think that was wonderful. Anybody else want to share any more gratitude today? I am grateful that my eczema battle is, I think, 99% done. It was a full week of burning and flaking. Like I was taking flakes off of my face, like sheets. It was like, and it really affects so much of my life. Like I don't like talking to people in person because I'm so like the burning is so ever present, and I know what it looks like. And even if like Lisa's like, I don't notice it. I just and I'm like, but I don't even like to look at her because I know that she's looking at me, and I don't like it. My Achilles heel has always been my skin. Back from acne days of junior high and high school, and that is a tough one for me to just let go of. There's been a lot of. It affects my mood. It affects my desire to leave the house. It affects my desire to socialize. Like, I haven't been walking on my block, partially because I don't want to meet new neighbors, in this state. And I know it wasn't that clear on webcam, but I felt like in person, and I certainly noticed it. Of course, we always notice ourselves. We see our own faces all the time, so we are hyper aware from any change. Like we see the pimple because it's different. We see where it's red here and here and here because it's not normally like that. But people who don't live inside our bodies and in our heads don't see that stuff. I know that intellectually, but it's still hard for me. Natasha says, I am dealing with painful eczema right now too, but on my dominant hand, so doing things with them and feeling productive is hard. Ugh. And I really don't fully understand what causes the flare-ups. I feel like I'll eat dairy and wheat and fine, and then one time I'll be like, oh, was it dairy that did it? Was it stress? Was it chocolate? Sometimes it feels like if I eat a lot of chocolate, but that doesn't make sense. And maybe it's milk chocolate? Maybe it's the milk and milk chocolate or something in there. I don't know. Natasha doing some advanced gratitude practice and saying, I'm grateful it's only on one hand. Yeah. And I am so grateful that my episodes are periodic and not a constant state that I need to live with. Natasha's saying it seems to be a shift in weather and humidity that is to blame. Because really I just want to find who can I blame. Actually, it's not about blame. It's about trying to reduce their occurrences. Me no likey. Although while the eczema was happening, my beard has kind of grown in pretty well. And I haven't re-dyed my hair, so I've got this pale pink and a white beard. I'm feeling like it's a look. Is that what the kids say? Carrie says, I am grateful for my soul friendship with Sean. So beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Natasha's saying, I can't grow a beard on my hand. That's probably something to be grateful for. I think a glove might be a better technique of hiding your hand than a beard on the end of your arm. But I don't want to, whatever works for you. I guess you said you can't grow it. So for the best. Oh, Natasha says, I feel awkward handling the cashier money because I look infected or something. I so get that. I like when Lisa's like, it doesn't bother me. And I'm like, I look like I have like leprosy or something. Like pieces of me are falling off. Like if I sit in your restaurant, there's going to be pieces of me on the table. Like it's hard. It's a mental struggle to just be like, it's okay. It's fine. It's not affecting anyone. A furry mitten. That's the one. You just figured it out. Actually, yeah, there you go. Furry mittens. Kiri says, I am grateful for the reason I was super late to work this morning. It's not safe for work, so I can't share aloud. Hooray for reasons for being late that are just for you to know about. I like that. It's not flakes of my skin. It's halcyon glitter. Good morning, Yamil. Good morning. Good to see you. Thanks for joining in. And if anyone's got any more gratitude, I feel like other things that happened today were so good. I'm grateful that I signed a contract with a realtor to sell my condo. That's exciting. And now I got to go through all this legal stuff and make it all work. And I am grateful for all the people in my life that remind me that I've made some good choices. Emil is so grateful how our camp is coming together and finally being able to get my things from my ex's storage room. Finally can close that chapter. That's a good one. That can be tough. Natasha's also grateful for the teeny tiny apple pies from Trader Joe's. They're delicious and perfectly proportioned. Oh man, that does sound good. Yes, I'm selling the condo. The place I'm in now, we're renting. And then, depending on how this next chapter goes, maybe Lisa and I will purchase a home together in the future. But this was an important step forward of getting a place together. And so far, it's just been incredible. Love it, love it, love it. Well, if you came in late, you may have missed the introduction of my new friend. And hey, are you done there in the bathroom? You've been there for a while. What? Just come and say goodbye to people. Should I say hello first? Yes, you should say hello first. Hello. This is, why are you mouthing me when I'm talking? Hello. I love syrup. So, do you know that we have a YouTube channel now? Yes. So it's the Asher Monster Show, and I made one video of us playing around last night, and I made a theme song for us, and hopefully it'll be a way for Asher to be able to put us up on the big screen. Like, there's watching videos on a computer, but he watches YouTube on the big screen, so that way he can see not just me, both of us. Yes. Both of us. Yes. Mostly me. Yes, mostly you. Yeah. Okay, I'm still getting the hang of it. You can see from the video what I did is I photoshopped it so that while my friend Monster, my name is Monster. Yes, that's all I got so far. It kind of has a ring to it. Yes, it does. So I photoshopped, so like I was still in the frame, but I'm not a ventriloquist. I got to use my mouth. What? You are using your mouth? What's going on? My reality is cracked. Wah! So hopefully we'll find more use. if you remember, hello, thank you for saying hi to me. He tends to just like think of me as, a sidekick, but I am the star. I am the one you've come to see. Look at me. Okay. And so I had a really cool experience with Asher last visit. You told him this. I know, but I'm just saying again. And so I was just talking to him like this, and it was super fun. And so I thought it would be fun to, careful, to give his new friend, yes, a physical form. Okay, I'm cool with that. Love Monster. Love Monster! Yes! I like that a lot. It's kind of on the nose. Can't believe you didn't think of it. Okay. We'll chat later. You got it. I want to get a t-shirt made that says, I love fisting. And then he just, when you go, oh my gosh, then he'd give you a fist bump. What do you mean? I love fist bumps. Good morning, Lilu, and good morning, Chris. So we're going to head off into our days. The radical hope is an idea that I've really been loving lately. It's, being able to hold on to an ideal in the future, even if you can't see the path to it, which is kind of along the lines of the vibe of the January gathering. Is that we are not going to be talking about political activism. We are going to be talking about how do we embody our highest self. How do we be the kind of person that lives in utopia? How do we stay grounded in our truth in a world that is sometimes tumultuous? But it's not about who's in the Oval Office. It's about who we are. That's going to be really the focus. Yeah. All right. I love you. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for starting this Saturday so beautifully for me. Oh, I got some new snake plants. Can you see? I got a lot of them now. The way this room is set, there's not a lot of light in that corner, but I like the plants from a set perspective. So I got more snake plants because I know they can handle anything. Thank you, Yamil. Yamil says, as a Love Ambassador Summit participant, I encourage everyone that can go do it. So wherever you are, let's give ourselves a big old squeeze. Feeling our bodies, appreciating the state of health it's in, whatever it is. Know that it is healing itself as we speak. Let's have faith and radical hope for our bodies, for our relationships, for our families, for the world. Know that we are connected right now in this place beyond the physical. Connected in our intention. Letting our ripples touch one another and amplify one another as we take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you beautiful Love Ambassadors, thanks for being here for this Love Ambassador morning meetup. I love you. Yeah, the overwatering that's been the bane of my plants. And what I've just been reading about is I need to make chunkier soil for my indoor plants. More perlite, I talked about this before, but so no overwatering, not too dense a soil. Those are the things I got to be worried about. Dun-dun. Hello, Glacius. Good morning. Have a great day.